Hey, what's up guys? It's Caitlin Bea and welcome back to my channel. I know you've never heard of this video before. I probably made this trend up. It's called What I Spend in a Week. No, I have been literally down a black hole watching these. If by an off chance you haven't seen this video series yet, it's this trend going around YouTube right now that you basically document a random week in your life and kind of say like where you live and what age you are just to kind of compare. It's really fun to see actually like what does a 25-year-old spend in New York City versus Lincoln, Nebraska? Like tell me more. What's up? I'm Caitlin Bea if you are new. Like I said, I'm 25 years old, going through a midlife crisis. It's another topic for another day. And I currently live in Los Angeles. I have lived here for like 3 years now. I'm actually from Minnesota originally, so what I would spend in a week in Minnesota would be vastly different. Should I do that over the holidays? Let me know. Ever since I moved from the Midwest to Los Angeles, I've noticed definitely the cost of living is just astronomically higher. I just picked a random week in my life and we're just going to go through every single day and see what my expenses are. This disclaimer is in every single video, but I just have to say it. Every single week is different. I don't live in like the Truman Show, you know, I'm not doing the same thing every single day. Last week, I actually tried to film this video and I spent like $10. I literally didn't leave my house. Also, despite filming this video consciously, I did not change my spending habits whatsoever just because I was filming this video. We're just keeping it real here. But first, let's go back a week ago today and see what my predictions would be for my spending. I'm starting this video on a Tuesday, going till next Tuesday. So what day is it? It's November 12th, and I will be going until November 7 days from now. I'm not including rent in this because we paid rent at the beginning of the month. I think the top 3 categories I'm gonna spend on this week are food for sure because we have literally no groceries. We just got back from Arizona, so we need to go get groceries today. We need like a lot of food, so I'm guessing that's gonna take up the majority. My friend Ashley is visiting for me from New York, so definitely we're gonna be going out later in the week. I feel like since my friend is coming into town with her boyfriend that we're going to be going out and I might be having some drinks, and drinks are expensive in LA, let's just be honest. So I think that might be my second category, which is tragic. And my third biggest category I think I'm gonna spend on is miscellaneous Christmas items. Like I feel like, I don't know, maybe not, but I really want to get a new, like a bigger tree, get some more lights for that, get some ornaments. But again, maybe I'll do that in 2 weeks. So we never know where the week's gonna take us. As for my total prediction, I feel like since I'm getting a lot of groceries this week and I'm going out near the end of the week when my friend comes in town, I feel like it's gonna be kind of a spendier week. I'm gonna guess $450 for this week, which is more than I would like to spend. That's my prediction. But I also asked you guys on my stories for your predictions on what you think I'm gonna be spending this week. Your average for me was about $645. Yikes. I hope you guys are far off from that because like, listen, that's concerning. I'm excited to see where this week takes us. Let's get into day number 1. Alex and I started the day by going to a coffee shop and he actually paid for both of us, so thanks, bae. After we got coffee, we had to get groceries. Like I said in my predictions, we literally had nothing in our house because we were traveling the week before to Arizona. I had a feeling the groceries were going to be hefty and I was correct. At Trader Joe's, we split it in half and my portion came out to be $87.52. And then we went to Whole Foods to get a couple more specialty items and I ended up spending $45 there. I needed some more protein powder, which always gets ya. On our way back from groceries, we had to go fill up Alex's car. If you don't know, I actually don't drive in LA. I usually Uber places. We had just gotten back from our trip to Arizona, which we drove there. Alex paid for the gas on the way there, but on Tuesday we realized we were low, so the total for filling up the gas was $56.68. After we ran our errands, we just spent the day working at home as usual, so didn't do too much, but we did end up purchasing an annual membership to Disney Plus. You get like a 10% discount, I believe, if you do the whole year at once. So we split the annual fee and my portion was $17.25. Wednesday was a pretty chill day. I was just kind of working at home, editing, and I started my day by making coffee. I normally don't go to coffee shops. Alex is the one to kind of like go and do that every day, but we have this awesome espresso machine. That's normal for me, just making coffee at home, which is super, super nice, so I don't have to worry about that expense. My friend Justine, she is finally back from tour from like 2 years, so she hit me up to go get some lunch, and we went with Alex and her boyfriend. I ended up just buying Alex and I's at once because like, why not? Our total for lunch and drinks was $34.67. And I actually didn't have dinner that night because we ate at such a weird time. That was pretty much my day. On to Thursday, I again just made coffee at home and I ended up making lunch at home that day as well. I finished editing a video that I had to turn in for a campaign, and then I started working on my holiday blog post. Haven't left my house today, so just made this yummy kelp fettuccine alfredo thing with some broccoli. She doesn't look great, but like she tastes delicious. Just been editing, posted a video, watching some YouTube now. It's been a good day. Total for that day was $0. Moving along to Friday, I made coffee and breakfast at home, and I pretty much just filmed and worked that day. But I was also cleaning up the apartment because my friends were coming into town on Saturday. While I was cleaning, I had broken off on accident my second nail. I texted my nail guy and he was able to squeeze me in just to get 2 of those fixed. And I ended up just walking there, so that's great. I didn't have to pay for an Uber or anything. It's a crazy Friday night over here. Alex is making some chicken pot pie soup from the Hot for Food cookbook. So good. You look like a lumberjack right now. Doesn't he look like he belongs in the Pacific Northwest? I think he does. As you grab a knife.
So you got a camera?
Yeah. Oh my god.
That would be like the murder of the century.
I don't know if we'll go like that far, but you know. But I bought this Prosecco the other day. Why did I say Prosecco? Bottoms up. It's not often that friends come into town, and I am so grateful when they do. Needless to say, when a friend comes into town, we are going out. In the morning, Alex and I picked Ashley and her boyfriend up from their Airbnb, and we drove to the Palisades Village, which, side note, if you're ever in LA, it's a really cute, like, outdoor shopping area. But we went to brunch, and Ashley and her boyfriend actually picked up the entire tab, which was so sweet of them. Next to the place we got brunch was Sun Life Organics, and I ended up getting a juice. The juice was, of course, $11. Love that. We got our juice and walked around the Palisades Village for a little bit, and I ended up getting this wooden spoon from the Little Market, which is Lauren Conrad's store. My expenses this day are so random, but I've actually wanted one for a while for my upcoming blog post that I'm going to be doing in like flat lays, kind of like food styling. At another store, I ended up getting a tongue scraper. Like, what? Ashley and her boyfriend were both like, these have changed my life. And apparently copper is antibacterial, so love that. And our last stop of the Palisades Village was going to Erewhon, and I ended up getting some coffee beans just because I ran out. So like I said, I make coffee at home all the time, but about once a month or so, I will stock up on some coffee beans. And since we drove, I paid for the parking at the Palisades Village, which was $8. But after the village, we drove over to the Getty Villa, which is a really pretty museum. On our way back, we made a pit stop at the Malibu Pier, but Alex paid for parking there, and we didn't actually buy anything once we were at the pier, just kind of walked around and hung out for a little bit. One of my absolute favorite things to do in LA when my friends are in town is to bring them to a comedy show. It's always a good time. It's super fun and entertaining. And since most of the comedy shows are in West Hollywood, we decided to get dinner around there beforehand. So I took them to one of my favorite spots ever, which is Toca Madera. Alex actually paid for our Uber going to dinner and also my drinks, and our portion of dinner he just picked up because Alex and I just tend to like switch off. The only time we could get a reservation was 5:30, and we didn't have to go to the comedy show until 9:30, so we had a good chunk of time to go to a bar in between. So my friends got the Uber going to drinks, and we ended up going to the Sky Bar at the Mondrian. I only had one drink at the Sky Bar, but I picked up everybody's just because they're in town, whatever. Alex paid for everything beforehand, so all of our drinks there came to $91. Rooftops in LA. I swear the drinks here like are insane. And then we went to the comedy show, which my ticket was $23.66, and Alex paid for all of our drinks there. I paid for the Uber back home, which our Uber X was the Tesla Model 3, so hello, which was a lot. I don't know if it was like a peak time or something. On Sunday, we were a little bit hungover, mainly Alex, but we took them to this spot on the marina, and it's called Killer Cafe. My brunch came out to be $29.02, and Ashley was heading home that night, so she wanted to just prepare everything for work on Monday. So we ended up going to a coffee shop, and I ended up just paying for both of our coffees, which came to $13.90, which I still don't know how. I ended up being at the coffee shop for a couple hours and then just shopped around a little bit, didn't buy anything, and Ashley had to leave at like 6 p.m. for her flight, so we ended up just Postmating some food, and my total for that was $30.66. Which leads us to our last day, which is Monday, and I did not spend any money. We just made food at home, every single meal, coffee, and just worked from home. So yay, another free day! After tracking a random week in my life of expenses. My grand total for the entire week ended up coming to $573.76. So you were definitely closer than I was in my prediction. My highest spending category being food, which is what I predicted. My second biggest category was also what I predicted, and that was drinks. My third highest category was definitely not Christmas items because I didn't even buy any, but that ended up being gas, which is an expense that I didn't anticipate. I think it's safe to say that whenever you have people visiting you, you are naturally going to go out a lot more than you would. If my friends weren't in town visiting, I definitely wouldn't have gone out to eat so much, especially after getting so much groceries, and I would not be going out for drinks, so that would have cut back on a lot of the expenses of the week, but no regrets at all because that is not something that happens often at all. But if you did find this video interesting and want me to do this again for a month living in LA, definitely let me know because I would factor everything in from my rent, my utilities, like all of the monthly kind of expenses I would total, and it would just be kind of interesting to see like what an entire month would bring. But other than that, I hope you guys have a fabulous day and I will see you in my next one. Mwah!